Hello, my favorite students. Welcome to coronavirus ceramic class. I'm Mr. Moffat. We're gonna make pinch pots today. You're gonna make two different kinds of pinch pots. You already did one where you cut it in half and put it on canvas. You're now going to make one that has a foot and a texture, just like that. Okay, you get to choose what texture you put on it. You can do anything. Here's another one that has a different kind of foot. These are kind of legs instead of a foot. You can do that. This has a very subtle texture on it. Look how nice and thin that is. Isn't that a beauty? And then the second pot you're going to make a pinch pot into a creature. Here's an example. This is a monster. Or you can do an animal. Pretty cool frog. Pinch pot. You don't have to make the mouth the lip of it. You can get creative. This one has a dinosaur coming out of an egg. That's kind of cool. You can do all kinds of stuff. Look at this. Look at this little creature. Huh? That's a pinch pot with a foot. Good one. So what I did is I made some pinch pots earlier. I put them upside down on a bat, and now they are leather hard. Like, a lot of the moisture has evaporated out, but it's just not going to bend out of shape, but it's still wet. Does that make sense? It's like not floppy. Let's go ahead and put a texture on this one first. Before I decide on a texture, I'm going to just take a piece of clay, flatten it out here. I'm going to try some different textures. Oh, that's pretty cool. Really like that texture. Let's try some other things. How about a wooden rib? What kind of textures could you come up with that? What other things can anybody think of things you could use for textures?
Jewelry.
Jewelry. What'd you say? A rib? A lid? How could you use a lid? Let's try that. What? You could totally just try different things. Maybe a lid. Could do a cool texture with a lid.
A bobby pin.
A bobby pin? Excellent. A bobby pin. You could use any of the tools over there. That's kind of cool textures, just the circles. Do you have a bobby pin?
Keys yesterday.
Keys? That'd be awesome. Keys. What about
Bobby pin.
like fabric? Lace
Yeah.
on fabric, or
Fingernail.
Alright. So I'm gonna also, what if you find a stamp? That could make a cool texture. I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna push this in. This is just the letter M for Moffat, or for yummy soup. Yeah, you could be eating something out of here and be like, oh, that looks yummy. M for Murray, Murray, or an M&M.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse.
Mitochondria. Excellent. I like the M's, but I think I'm gonna put something else over the rest of it. Ooh, this is gonna be cool. Look at that. little dots, but if you look at the inside of my pot, what?
Oh, that's cool.
It's like the inside looks like something got underneath your skin and
Looks
you're
like
like
Braille.
some kind of disease breakout.
It looks like Braille.
Yeah, I think I'll just do a line of those dots all the way around. Kind of like it. This is the part of ceramics where you just start getting into your own little world. You disappear. You get busy making things. You lose track of time, and then before you know it, the bell rings. Ooh, I like that. I like how on the outside it has this little line of dots, and then on the inside it's like, wow, it's like this trail. It's like a tapeworm got inside the pot. Maybe I'll do some over here. I'll do a little one over here. See, if this was bone dry, I wouldn't be able to put a texture on it. What would happen if it was bone dry?
Crack.
It would just break to pieces because it's so fragile. Now I need to design my creature pot. Ooh, what should I do? So many choices. I could have this a big wide open mouth. It could stand up like that. I could make it a candy dish that reaching in for the mouth of a monster. I could do it upside down like this. It could be like the shell of a turtle. It could just be sculptural. I could do it sideways like this. I kind of want to do something with kind of long legs. So I think I'll start with that. So I want to show you how to attach two pieces together. So I'm going to grab some clay and make my legs. I'm going to just make a couple of legs. The question. All right, guys, I'm gonna score and slip two pieces together. So I'm gonna put these legs onto the pot. So it's really important whenever you're putting two pieces of clay together, you always score and slip. And don't take any shortcuts. You want to score and slip a lot. So I'm gonna decide where I want these to be, and I'm going to make a mark where I need to do the scoring and slipping. I'm gonna trace around these. Now I have lines where I need to score. So scoring is simply you basically scratch the surface. You do back and forth, so it's like cross-hatching. Cross-hatching on the surface, and I'm doing it quite a bit. You don't want to be able to count how many lines of scoring there are. A lot of things fall apart when they're fired, And I look at them and I'm like, well, you can. There's like 3 scoring marks on here. Of course, it didn't stay on because you didn't score it very much. So I score the surface on that side. I also score the surface on this side.
That's cool. This is like braille.
Oh, can't even see what I'm doing here. I also score this.
I'll make this one more.
Braille for a message.
Okay. Then I have some slip that is watered down clay. Okay, with the slip, I just want to make sure it's mixed up real good. You can apply the slip with the wooden knife, or you can use your finger. Works better with this. Okay, and then, this is really important. After you put the slip on, you go back and you score it again. That mixes the slip in with the clay body.
Abby just quickly said it doesn't. I just have it cute move. So if you do this same exact thing, you could like make a little left hand. You don't have to. It was just an idea. Because I was like, if it's like,
Then you just stick it on.
we could like have the open make this. You can make this. You can make this the whole thing. You can make this one your and then
You know it's working when you see the slip come oozing out of the joints.